Safaricom is on course to install its M-Pesa services locally. The move by the telco firm began 2 years ago in order to install the new platform and relocate the servers from Germany.
We have over 19 million customers. They're transacting over 8 million transactions daily and valued at Kenya shillings 11 billion. In addition, we have over 80,000 M-Pesa agents and supporting our customers. We've also launched numerous value additions to M-Pesa, including Lipa na M-Pesa, where we have over 100,000 merchants, and that's for pay bill and buy goods. Bank to M-Pesa, a lot of banks have integrated with us, in fact, majority of them, so you can move money directly from your bank account to M-Pesa and from M-Pesa back into your bank account without, all on the phone. Okoa Stima is a new one we launched recently. There's M-Shwari that Koi has talked about, and KCB M-Pesa account, the transport solution that we have, which is a 1963 card.
The relocation of the servers will enhance M-Pesa's services and minimize service outages.
The consistent growth of M-Pesa subscribers and transactions has therefore necessitated a need for us to introduce a new platform and, more importantly, bring that platform home to Kenya from Germany. This will enable faster delivery of innovation, solutions and products, more flexibility, and indeed, many more innovative Kenyans who've been approaching us and have wanted to integrate and do more with M-Pesa to enhance their own businesses will now be able to do so. And of course, it's also increased capacity.
We spent over 6 months with over 50 engineers from across different countries, different partners, and these are engineers who are at the top of their game. So it took us almost 6 months to do the design, to verify the design, and to ensure that even before we start, things are going to be correct. After that, we spent some time doing the project planning. And for you to understand the challenge around the project planning is you're doing something new, you're doing something different, and you have teams that are not even in the same time zone and operate from different cultures. So the project team spent about 2 to 3 months setting up this fairly complex governance and execution process.
The new platform, which Safaricom has invested heavily on, will allow for M-Pesa integration with those of other parties in various sectors.
This new generation of M-Pesa platform, which we're calling Generation 2, G2, will provide, again, higher transaction capability. So from the current 450 transactions per second, we'll have a capacity of up to 900 transactions per second. More flexibility, as I mentioned, in developing solutions that makes it possible for us to go to market faster with the solutions that Kenyans want to see on these platforms. Flexibility of the system. So G2 will take innovation to the next level by optimizing the full potential of the system.
We have monitoring that is set up in place with our NOC 24/7. And we are now not only monitoring our system, but we're also understanding how our third-party ecosystem behaves towards the system, and if there are any transactions that get stuck, we are now able to report on them in real time, and the whole ecosystem will work together.
As it stands, Kenya accounts for 30% of the world's 61 million active mobile money users, further driving financial inclusion in the East Africa region.
East Africa has really been at the cutting edge in terms of driving this, the use of mobile technology in financial services. So we are breaking new ground, if you like, and the regulation has to be responsive in that context to facilitate the innovation, right, while ensuring that the depositors or the borrowers or the users of the service are protected. And I think so far the regulatory authorities have done a very good job. I think our central bank has in particular done a fantastic job of allowing these developments to take place.
Since its launch in 2007, M-Pesa has become the most famous mobile money service in Africa and is said to have exceeded the reach of any other financial service in Kenya.
In the beginning, I think one of the biggest opponents to M-Pesa, for example, was coming from the banking sector. And I think that was before banks realized that this is a platform that can be leveraged upon by the two parties to achieve the objectives. Yes. So banks are leveraging on this to be able to access the huge client base that the MNOs have, And on the other hand, the MNOs are leveraging on this to be able to provide financial services. So it's a win-win situation. And I think when banks came to realize that and joined on, that convergence has really worked well for both parties.
We've seen rapid evolution. Obviously, the pace varies from country to country because this is a business that largely depends on a substantial ecosystem. Right. And so in markets where either telephone penetration is not as strong as East Africa, or where literacy levels are not as high as in East Africa, it's taking a bit of time. Right. But we're quite encouraged with what we're seeing in some markets like Madagascar, Burkina Faso, Malawi, Ghana. So some markets are picking up at a much faster pace than a lot of others. And we think over the next 2-3 years, there will be at comparable penetration rate